Hi friends. So today maybe we could talk a little bit about it's not just the destination, it's also the journey, right? I think sometimes we can get either part of that confused. Just take one part. It's all about the destination and we miss so much along the journey. Oh, it's just all about the journey and to hell with the destination, right? Yeah, so no, it's we're Catholics, so it's both and. It's not either or. And I just kind of want to fold this maybe in the context of pilgrimage, and maybe we can look at Exodus. Not anything specific there, but just really just the whole book of Exodus. And true to its name, it's about an Exodus, right? An Exodus from Egypt. To the desert of Sinai, to the mountain, and to all the way to the promised land, and just holding there before going into the promised land, as God promised his people. Okay, so it's not just the destination, it's also the journey. Anybody like a cup of coffee? Yeah, I mean, a good cup of joe, right? I love it, with a little bit of creamer in it, and unfortunately, it has to be flavored creamer for me now. And the reason why is that I have 3 sisters, and every time they come over to the rectory, they're like, you don't have flavored creamer here. Okay, so then they go get the flavored creamer, and then they leave it here, and then I don't want to waste it, so I put it in my coffee, right? And now I'm addicted. I love flavored creamer in my coffee, like chocolate macchiato or whatever. I don't even know the names of them, right? But anyways, yeah. That's the journey, right? We get to, along the way of life, we get to enjoy a good cup of joe, or if your thing is herbal tea, we get to enjoy riding in a car with the windows down on a sunny day. We get to see a beautiful sunset along a beach. We get to climb a mountain and feel the shortness of breath in our lungs. We get to ski down that mountain. We get to hold a baby in our hands and just that baby just look at us and we look at that baby, and it's just that magical moment, right? Until the baby does what a baby does and poops his pants and off it goes to mom, right? Or if you're the mom, you're going to take care of that, or the dad. So all these experiences, they're all part of the journey, or not, is my point. All of these experiences can be used if we allow them somehow, in the whole mystery of who God is and who we are in our journey, which is mysterious to us from day to day. We don't know the future, for instance. God can use all of that. We can allow God to use all of that. And with God's grace, we can use all of that, not just to get to the destination, which is heaven for us as Christians, but really to allow the journey to shape and mold and fold and make us into the people that are ready to go into heaven. Ready. Yes, through the grace of God. But we play a part too, and we have to be ready. So where's that in the scriptures? That it's both and that both are important. Well, I just mentioned it. It's in the book of Exodus, among many books in the Bible. And you know the story. I mean, the people of Israel found their way down. We learn this in the book of Genesis. Through Joseph, have found their way down to Egypt. And in the beginning, Pharaoh was friendly because Egypt was a place that welcomed Joseph, and Joseph rose in power and he welcomed all of his brothers, and life was good until there was a new Pharaoh or new pharaohs. And it ended up that the Jews were slaves in Egypt, and it wasn't good. And so God calls Moses to bring him out of Egypt. And that is a journey in and of itself. It's a journey in many ways. It's a journey to get away from the gods of Egypt that the Jews were leaning towards. It's a journey to to be God's people again and worship the way God has commanded, and through a covenant relationship. It's a journey to get out of all of the labor, the intense labor of being a slave and having no freedoms, politically, socially, and so on. So many parts, many dimensions to that journey. And then, another journey comes along that has a different flavor to it, a different purpose to it. And that journey is to Sinai, right? It's to the mountain, and it's to the commandments. And it's even in that struggle where they're going back to the golden calf and wanting to worship the way they want to worship. It's a journey of patience and trust. And